say, but before we get to that, we might have a little, he said, a speed bump, maybe later, earlier to start the weekend, and the rest of the week is going to be nice.
Yeah, the rest of the week looks great. In fact, by the fever game, there's a chance that Gainbridge may be warmer than the outside temperature. It's going to be a little bit cooler there in the evening for sure. We're talking about mornings in the 50s, afternoons in the 70s. So if you want a break, hey, you've got it. You're thinking, it's still summer. I need the heat. Don't worry. This is going to be a very temporary cool down later this week. I think we're right back to 80s to maybe even near 90 this weekend. So more heat is definitely on the way, but a little brief cool down is coming. This morning, we're in the 60s, a little bit cooler out there this morning, a little bit lower humidity as well. You may notice that, but still the skies are a bit hazy. They're not quite as hazy as they were yesterday, as the wildfire smoke level is gradually going down. The winds are trying to thin it out a little bit, haven't been able to completely get it out. And that's why it's still kind of tough to see at this time in the morning, but there's still a little bit of haze out there across central Indiana. We've taken the air quality, gone from unhealthy now to unhealthy for sensitive groups. So remember, if you have young kids, infants, older folks, if you have respiratory issues, you're still probably going to notice it a little bit. And I tell you what, a lot of folks could smell it yesterday. Might be a little bit harder to smell today as it thins out. But our high pressure is here. It's going to keep us completely dry today. You don't have to worry about the weather. Tomorrow, though, a little bit of a different story. You're going to want the rain jacket tomorrow because we'll have scattered showers and thunderstorms making a run at us. Right now, the front that's going to give us cooler air for the rest of the week still up to the north, and it's going to provide pretty active weather for places like Michigan and Wisconsin and Minnesota. These storms will, well, they're already blowing on through, but a new round will likely form, and it's the new round that'll make a run towards us by this time tomorrow morning. We may start your morning with some scattered rain and rumbles, but we'll stay completely dry today. A nice summery Monday for you. We'll end up in the mid and upper 80s later this afternoon. We'll have that quick speed bump in the forecast. That's tomorrow. The rest of the week looks great and a little bit cooler as well. But let's get into the weeds on some of the storm chances. Today, most storms will be to our north and west. Now, how these maps work, they're for today and tonight. So that's why you have level 1 technically for tonight, but that goes up until about 5, 6 o'clock tomorrow morning. So it's really tomorrow morning for us. We'll have that level 1 severe risk. And then we'll have to see, after a first wave of some rain and storms push on through, scattered, so maybe not everyone gets wet, we'll see if the front can clear us. If it can, it pushes all these severe zones south. If it's still kind of hanging on in the afternoon, and as we heat up, you'll spark some more pop-up showers and thunderstorms. So here's how things will kind of play out, we think. Today, no worries. Just a lot of sunshine, a little haze, a couple high clouds every once in a while, but you'll have a lot of sun today. Then tomorrow morning, this is 4 o'clock. Real early, we'll be watching some rain and rumbles. If you tune in with us at 4 o'clock, we'll show you where the storms are, and we'll be able to track them a little bit better as they're making their way south and east. But don't be surprised if your morning commute has some rain and rumbles with it. We'll watch all the cells with you tomorrow morning. After this round gets out of here, I think by 11 to noon-ish, there's the front. But where will it actually be? Could it be 20 or 30 miles north or south? We'll have to see, because that will dictate where storms pop up later in the day. If the front can clear us, look where all the storms are for the rest of the afternoon and evening. They're out of here. But if the front's still back to the north and west a little bit, we could still have a couple pop-ups briefly in the afternoon. So very conditional forecast that we'll have to be watching. But we're definitely going to be watching that first wave, we think, for early tomorrow morning. That one's a little bit more for sure, at least for a scattered variety of some rain and rumbles. But once again, not everyone gets wet when they're scattered. Then we'll clear out and look at these temperatures. If you're looking for a cool down, you'll love Wednesday and Thursday. And then we're back to being hot just in time for the Brickyard 400 this weekend, upper 80s in the forecast.